were having that fight at Danielle's mozzarella party,
Yeah.
she was very calm. She's like,
Yes, she was.
I don't, what? And Melissa
Yeah.
was, whatever. And Teresa was still, think
Yeah.
about this. This is the girl that flipped a table. She was like,
I know.
but I don't know. And she said numerous times, and I hear Louie and I hear the therapist numerous times. She's like, I'm trying to express to you how I feel.
I know.
That is therapy. That is Louie. It's a combination, right?
There's no question about it. There's no question about it. So, I like it. I still think Teresa will bring some drama, but I like it. I really like it. And, and then on Andy Cohen, she was asked, do you forgive this one? Do you forgive that one? It was the big forgive thing. And he said, do you forgive Kim D for the cheating rumors, or is she still a piece of shit Coco every day? And she goes, no, I forgive Kim D with a big smile. But here's the thing, Teresa, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I appreciate that I'm not a piece of shit Coco every day. But I would really like to talk to Teresa about what she did to me, which led me to do what I did on the show. But I was also telling the truth. But that needs to, I would like her to understand how we got there, how we got from being really good friends, confiding in each other, being on the phone 17 times a day, me going to her house, hanging with her parents and her children, to that. Just understand it was a giant leap. So I would love that. Everybody's like, oh, would you talk to Teresa? Of course I would. But I would like to explain to her what happened, what she did to create that, so that's all. And that's where I'll leave it. Doesn't matter.
Right. So she forgives you for what? The cheating rumors
because
about
the cheating
Joe.
rumors. Yeah.
So she forgives you, but you want to speak to her. What did she do to you?
Well, we were on the show together. Michael had just died. Okay. And we were filming. And that's when I told you that I went to Portobello and they all told me that she was basically talking behind my back. I don't really need Kim D. I don't need Kim D. Her and Joe and Melissa made this pact, like a deal with the devil, to squash just for the cameras, blah, blah, blah. And basically, the producers told a very good friend of mine, she basically said she doesn't need Kim D. Like, she don't need her. I had just lost my love of my life of 13 years. She knew that it was a nice little paycheck for me. I was on the show and I was her advocate. I was her good friend. I wasn't a soldier. I was a good friend. And all she had to do was come to me and say, Kim, I made a pact with my family. I don't want to fight with them anymore. No more Melissa bashing. And I would have said, okay, fine. Who are we fighting with next? Like, who do you want to fight with? Like, that's me. And I was already friendly with Melissa and Joe after that. We were fine. But she does things behind people's back. And I find out everything, so the producers really liked me and they were upset, the ground producers. And they told my very good friend, it's so messed up because Kim was really there for her. But I got back on after that year. That was the year that the twins were on.
Amber.
Amber. I didn't do that year. In a way, I'm glad that I didn't do it. And then I came back after that. But when I came back, I was like, wow, that was really messed up that she did that to me. I even forgave her in between because she was going away. I helped her, told her about the commissary money. I even went to her house when she got home. I brought her clothes because she couldn't leave. And I wasn't treated the same. You know what I mean? I wasn't treated with the same respect that she always did. And so I just broke away. I broke away. I just didn't feel the same.
Well, her and Jacqueline, they didn't sit there and rehash the past, did they?
No, they did not.
They just laughed and it was like,
yes.
They didn't need to figure it out.
No.
So maybe if she came to you, you wouldn't have to really talk this all out. Maybe you could just have a drink and just say, oh, why should we talk about this? Just start with a drink and let's start new today.
Well, no, I agree with you. But I don't know if Teresa really knows what happened. And so
you could explain it.
That's all I would want to do. Short and sweet. Just explain, she might say, no, that didn't happen or whatever. But I would just like her to understand how it turned and, how I felt. Because when she says she's hurt over things, how hurt do you think I was? I was a true friend. I'm not one of these girls brought on the show to be a fake friend. I was her real friend in real life. So that's all. I mean, that's, I'm not looking to harbor. I'm not looking to, I just would like some, I don't even know what I'm looking for. Just, like some closure. I would just want her to understand how she hurts people too.
Well, this is a possibility.
I think it's a great possibility.
Apparently, it's not a possibility with Carolyn Manzo, she says.
No. Well, I think she just would like to leave it the way it is, and that's fine for her. She's like, I wish her well. That's fine for her.
I wonder who is next on the apology tour, you or Danielle Staub.
I know.
She doesn't really have a lot of bad things to say about Danielle either.
No, she really doesn't. She really doesn't. So
I'm predicting she makes up with you and Danielle. I mean, between now and 10 years from now, I think it's happening.
Yeah. But I'm not looking for a big apology. I'm not. I just want her to know what happened. So I don't want her to think that I just flipped out and went off half-cocked and did some crazy shit. I was telling the truth. And the reason why it happened that way is because of what she did to me. And you're going to get me off the show as your friend. Well, I came back on the show as your not friend. That's, we all got to watch out for ourselves. So that's what happened.
And you don't think Kathy will ever be on this apology tour?
She said no. When she was asked a question about who would you have lunch with or something like that, Kathy or Caroline, she picked Caroline. So Kathy's on the, no. I called that. I told you that.
I could see that. I could see that. I think you and Danielle are the two that would be next. And Caroline, I think she's like, look, you want us to do a commercial, whatever.
Right. That's what she said.
Fine. But just good luck. And she's not for me. And I agree. She lumps Kathy in with Melissa and Josh. It's her family. She doesn't, I agree. She's not going to go there.
No, she just doesn't want to. And as you I don't know if you watched What Happened Live, but Louie wants nothing to do with Joe Gorga. I mean, he just had a lot of things to say about Joe last night. So, really? Oh yeah, it's done with them too. I mean, Louie's the type of guy that one day might reach out again. He's just like that. What I see of him, I don't know him. I never met him. But last night he was pretty much on the not too crazy about Joe Gorga.
Well, what about, the scene when Joe Gorga and Melissa, Joe's like, listen, first of all, Joe don't you put my Juicy's name in your mouth.
I know.
Juicy is my guy.
I know.
He's our guy. Listen, but you know what he's like, we had a, whatever he called it. What do you call it? A cancer or a problem?
Yeah, problem.
We cut that out. So there's Juicy. And now he's referring. So, what about that argument that, Louie is, the Gorgas blame Louie for this?